There's so much emotionally charged hype out there designed to sell newspapers and advertising rather than inform investors and traders. Want entertainment? Buy a newspaper or magazine or turn on the news. Want investment and trading concepts explained? Look to TechniTrader. TechniTrader is the gold standard in trading and investing education taught by experienced and accredited professionals. Don't learn to trade from fad-chasing day traders, and certainly don't think you can grow your portfolio by attending a weekend seminar or watching a free video online. Success in the financial markets is attainable, but like any high-paying profession, it requires the proper education to achieve consistent success. Join those happy few who've taken their investing and trading seriously. Call 888-846-5577 or visit technitrader.com.
Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about the hidden costs of investing and trading. A lot of you are very excited. You're just starting to trade or invest in the stock market. You're going on the internet and you're finding all kinds of information and you're trying to make sense of all this strange terminology and alien concepts that you haven't really ever experienced before, because we do not teach financial investing or financial security. We don't teach people in school or high school or college about finances and how to manage your money and grow your money through investments. People enter the workforce and suddenly they have a pension plan and they really don't know how to manage it or control it. Or they hear about the stock market is booming, so they want to invest in it, so they race down to their local neighborhood broker and they believe that this broker has their best interest at heart. The sad reality is that a lot of the brokers that are in your neighborhoods or just local are not really capable of helping you because they know very little about it. They're just selling a product, and that product is a mutual fund or a pension fund or an index fund, something that they can sell you that corporate headquarters wants them to sell, so they're salespeople. And although some of these are very fine people and they do a very good job for their clients, the majority of them don't have the knowledge and understanding. They will give you information that sounds really great and wonderful, but the problem is there are hidden costs to investing and trading when you don't know what you should know, but you don't know. That's a big mouthful, but you have to understand that what you get on the internet is tidbits and pieces of information. A lot of it is very old and outdated. A lot of it has nothing to do with what's going on in the markets nowadays. There are 9 market participants. The cycle is much longer. A lot of people who are using cycle theory or Elliott wave or anything are unaware of this. There are a lot of different things that you need to understand. The market structure has changed more in the last decade than it has in the past 100 years. And right now, the big hot item is ETFs. If you go to an advisor or if you go to your local neighborhood broker, then they will be pushing ETFs because everybody's really excited about ETFs. And there is some danger investing in those without fully understanding what's going on. There's the cryptocurrencies that everybody's running to buy and then discovering that it's very hard to sell them and make a profit. Just because something is going up doesn't mean that you're going to be profitable. The hidden costs of investing or trading are not just the losses you can take if you buy at a bad time or just as it's peaking. You have to remember that everything cycles in the stock market and the commodities market, futures market, bond market, real estate market. Everything cycles. Nothing goes up and up and up and up in price forever. It always cycles back down. And there's a hidden cost that you do not know about. So when you think you're getting something for free, free advice, free internet information, free training, free this, free that, there's free everywhere on the internet. The problem is there is a hidden cost. And sometimes that cost is enormous and you don't even realize it. The return on investment that most people accept is minuscule compared to what the professional side is reaping from the market and making big gains on. Those huge bonus checks that those floor traders get occur because they're making their companies a huge amount of money trading stocks. They wouldn't earn such high income if they weren't making a lot of money. Now, this is not them cheating or manipulating the market or anything like you see on the TV show like Billions. It's not like that. It's just that they're very, very good and they understand what's going on in the market. And if you understand what's going on, you will make better decisions. The problem is the average investor believes that they have the right to all this information for free, that everybody in the stock market should be just giving them advice and telling them what to buy and giving them recommended stocks, and this is how it should be. Even after all these years and some hundreds of thousands of investors that I've spoken to, I'm still baffled by this opinion that everyone has that they should just get this information for free because this information costs a lot of money. So if somebody's giving it to you for free, quote unquote, they're making money on it somewhere. And they're making a huge amount of money on it that you are not aware. So you're paying a very high price for your free stuff. There's no such thing as free in the world of finance. There's no such thing as free in any of the financial markets. There's no such thing as free stock advice. If someone is telling you to buy a stock, they are probably selling it for a profit. There is no law anywhere that says that somebody can't give you a recommended stock and then turn around and sell it as you buy it. So they're making huge gains. How do you overcome the challenge of never really learning about the stock market in college or high school? Oh, maybe there's a teacher who talks about the stock market and you have a stock market game and everybody plays it and then you think you know all about the stock market. Or maybe you take a finance course in college or something. But reality is, I have educated a lot of stock brokers about trading stocks. There's a huge difference between trading stocks and investing in stocks. There's a huge difference between buying a stock and actually understanding what you are buying. There's a certain level of education every single American needs to have in order to maintain the integrity of the middle class. If you do not learn this stuff, your children may not be part of the middle class. The reason the middle class is attritioning so rapidly is because more and more of what's happening in our economy is investment-based. $100 trillion in assets are under management now. That's ginormous. But the average person doesn't even know what fund to invest in or choose for their pension fund. They just close their eyes and point their finger and hope that's the right one. Or they guess, or they listen to their coworkers, and so they buy this or that. Meanwhile, if you had taken some courses and had learned about what you needed to know, you would be further ahead than you can possibly imagine. This stuff isn't hard to learn, and that's why the industry wants to keep you in the dark. Because if you really learned about investing and trading, if you really understood what was going on, you wouldn't need their advice. You could choose for yourself and you would choose and make more money without them profiting. So the whole reason why we don't teach about the stock market in high school and college is because the mutual fund industry doesn't want you to know that this is something you could learn and use and do without them. You don't need them. You could learn it yourself. The problem is most people have grown up being told over and over and over again, oh, the stock market's really complicated, it's dangerous, it's risky, it's speculative, it's gambling. So people are afraid of it. So they rush to an advisor because they really do need to invest. And hopefully that advisor is good and knows what they're doing, but most of the time they're just a franchisee who's trying to pay their bills by selling you a product they don't know anything about. There's all kinds of schemes and scams out there. But the bottom line is, how much return on investment are you going to get on your investments? And if you want to trade stocks on a short-term basis so you can make extra money. This isn't day trading. Throw day trading out the window. That hasn't been viable for years. I know a lot of companies promise to make you a great day trader in 5 days, but it's not possible. Professional traders take 5 to 10 years to become good day traders. And they're trading every day with a mentor, a senior trader beside them. And it still takes them a decade. There are other short-term trading opportunities out there that don't take any time at all. You can learn about trading stocks and have very low risk and actually do trading that you hold the stock for a few weeks to a few months. There are lots of opportunities in the market, and there's lots of things to invest in, not just stocks or bonds. There's many different things that you can invest in. Yes, there are ETFs too. But the very first thing you have to do is you have to have a foundation, a basis of knowledge that is set forth in a manner that you understand exactly what's going on. If you buy a training course or get a free training course from your broker, it is designed to convince you to do whatever the broker wants you to do, because the broker makes money every time you buy a stock. And it's more than just the cost or fees that they charge you, it's the spread. The spread is the difference between the bid and the ask. Spread is the difference between what the broker paid for that stock and what he's selling it to you for. And it can be a huge amount of money. That's why the brokers are there. They want to make money. If you get a free internet course or a really low-cost $20 internet course, again, something is behind that. A lot of times training companies purport to be training companies, but what they really are a trading platform or a broker or a charting software company that are trying to get you to buy their products. They're not really out there to educate you. They could care less if you were successful. That's the reality. And after you struggle for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years and you get really frustrated, but you really know that you can do this and it's still fascinating to you, you end up on my doorstep and you have wasted all that time, all that money, because your time is money. How much are you worth an hour? How much do you earn an hour? Because every hour you spend trying to learn this on your own, you have to add up the hours that you're worth. Are you worth $20 an hour? Are you worth $40 an hour? How much are you worth? And if you spend 100 hours, how much money have you spent that's at your rate? If you spend 1,000 hours trying to learn this on your own, how much money have you spent? Your time is worth something. All we do is teach about the stock market. We're not a charting software company. We're not a broker. We're not affiliated with anybody that we're getting any kind of benefit from. What we do is simply teach education. We are educators. Not only are we professionals that are certified and credentialed, we are also educators. And because we teach in a format that's easy to understand, because we know how to teach, you learn this very rapidly. If you're brand new and you have never done anything in the stock market, but you've gone to a few websites and poked around a little bit, then the course for you is our walk around the market, because this is the basics of everything. It's not just what is a stock. It's not just what is a bond. It goes into great detail about checking out and understanding stock charts, about stop losses, about profit stops. It talks about support and resistance. It tells you about what a candlestick chart is and why they are popular. It explains risk and how to analyze risk and how to assess it, and whether you have enough profitability in a stock entry at a certain price to make it reasonable. It talks about fundamentals and why they are important. It explains many, many things. It's a big, pithy course, but it has a lot of information that you will not know. There'll be some of it that you have read about or heard about, but the way we organize it and structure it in a format that's easy to learn and easy to follow gives you something that you can have in your own home, that you can study and review as often as you like, and we answer your question so that you have the basic foundation. And from there, you can begin to decide what you want to do. Because right now, you're trying to figure it out. Do you want to just long-term invest? Do you want to manage your pension fund? Do you want to swing trade or position trade for extra income? Do you want to buy ETFs? Or do you want to buy commodities? Or do you want to buy stocks or bonds? What do you want to do? There are so many ways that you can make money in the financial markets that it is overwhelming. But the majority of you just hear about something on the news, or you have this big advertisement that comes on, you'll make $1 million overnight. There is so much to learn, but it's also fascinating and very exciting because it opens a door to a world that you do not know exists. There are opportunities there for everyone. There is something for everyone in the financial markets. You just need to figure out what that is. And you can dabble as long as you like on the internet. I have had people come to me that have been dabbling for 30 years. They take our course and they tell me, Martha, I can't believe I didn't know this stuff for all these years. I've been doing this for 30 years and I have never been as successful as I am now. And I'm going, my gosh, 30 years of struggling? Who would do this? Take the easy road. Take the simple road. Come to our website. Study our courses. Figure out which one is right for you. If you can't figure it out, we have outlines for every course that explains in great detail what is taught. But if you don't know, watch some of our webinars and see what we have to offer, because we are the best stock course company anywhere. There is no one who has as stellar a reputation, who has the quality of courses, the training, the expertise, and the educational background that we have. There is no one out there that has the quality course that we have. No one. Sure, you can get something from your broker, but it's not going to be anything like what we teach. So come and check us out and see what we have. In the meantime, be very careful what you do. Don't rush out and buy something impulsively, because if you do, you will lose money. Sometimes a beginner gets lucky and they'll buy something and it goes up and then they get all excited and then all of a sudden it goes down and they lose it and then they hold on to it and on to it and on to it. I have so many stories of people who bought a stock and then lost money on it, and there's no reason for that. The only reason it happens is because the person didn't know what they were getting into. They didn't realize that the price was too high and that it was the wrong time to buy that stock. There were other stocks they could have bought, and if they'd known what they should have known, then they would have made money from the get-go. So it's really your choice. You can spend 10 years trying to figure this out, hundreds to thousands of hours of your time, and still not know what to do. Or you can take the shortcut. Come visit us, look at our walk around the market if you're brand new, or our methodology essentials if you have a little bit of experience, and learn the right way to invest and trade. I'm Martha Stokes, and that's our radio show for this week.
There's so much emotionally charged hype out there designed to sell newspapers and advertising rather than inform investors and traders. Want entertainment? Buy a newspaper or magazine or turn on the news. Want investment and trading concepts explained? Look to TechniTrader. TechniTrader is the gold standard in trading and investing education taught by experienced and accredited professionals. Don't learn to trade from fad-chasing day traders, and certainly don't think you can grow your portfolio by attending a weekend seminar or watching a free video online. Success in the financial markets is attainable, but like any high-paying profession, it requires the proper education to achieve consistent success. Join those happy few who've taken their investing and trading seriously. Call 888-846-5577 or visit technitrader.com.